Good morning and welcome to CNN News this morning. I'm Temple Justice. As you know, we've been following this weird story about the radical rabbi from Nazareth. He was executed by Rome for sedition and just before Passover, and now some of his followers are claiming that he is alive again. Resurrected, they say, and is appearing to them at certain times. The incredible thing is that their claims are starting to get some attention from the people in the city, and it's caused a mass delusion which seems to be taking hold. I guess some people will do anything to believe something if they want to bad enough. So, we can expose this charade for what it is. We've embedded our reporter, Willie Feinlove, with a small group of this radical rabbi's closest followers. They've been hiding from the authorities since the righteous execution of their leader. But we here at CNN have managed to infiltrate their sorry little band. We're going now to the reporter, who I understand is somewhere on Lake Tiberias. Willie?
Thank you, Temple. Yes, we're here on the shore of Lake Tiberias, of course named for our wonderful emperor. Known here locally as the Sea of Galilee. The most incredible thing has happened. As you know, I've been with this little band of followers for about a week now, and they've just been kind of sitting around trying to figure out what to do. And I admit that it was getting a little boring. They were telling me some stories about people that had been healed by their rabbi, and folks that had actually come back to life and things, and just some wild stories, and about the things that he had taught them about loving their neighbor, and he even described their neighbors as Samaritans. I can't understand how anyone could ever like those people. But well, I will admit it got a little boring during the week, even though it was kind of interesting listening to their stories about the crazy things this person had said. And then, well, I guess they just got really bored of waiting around. They waiting, probably for their instructions as to what to do. And one of them, the big guy, he's got this red hair. His name is Simon. They call him Rocky. Anyway, he said, I'm going fishing. So we came all the way up here to the Sea of Galilee, and we went out fishing, at sunset, and we were on the boat all night long, didn't catch a thing. And then this morning, as we were starting to come back towards shore, there was this guy standing on the shoreline, and he, good morning. He said, good morning. He said, did you catch anything? He said, no. He said, throw the net over on the other side. Yeah, right. Here we are, we're on the boat all night. We've been casting nets out, and then some guy on the shoreline, whoa, there. Yeah, okay, sure, fine. So we put the net over there. And we get full of fish, we couldn't even pull it in the boat. So we're trying to drag this net. I had to help. I'm a reporter. I'm not supposed to be involved in anything going around me. I just stand and report on it. But they needed the help, so I jumped in and I was trying to help them pull in the net. And one of them, his name is John. He says, it's the Lord. And I think we need somebody to help us pull these fish in. And Peter said, and he jumped in the water and he's swimming to shore, and all of a sudden everybody's all excited. And we brought the fish in. And, well, I'm not really sure what to say, Temple. The person that met us on the shore here at Capernaum sure looks like that radical rabbi Jesus. All these followers sure think he is. And I've been with them for over a week, and well, their belief is very convincing. You know, if all of this is a hoax, they sure don't seem to be in on it. They're surprised and amazed by the whole thing just as much as I am. And they're remembering things that he said about being crucified and then coming back to life. And well, they had kind of dismissed those things before. It's just crazy talk. But now the impossible seems to be happening.
Willie, get hold of yourself. You're not buying the story, are you?
Well, no, of course not. It's just, well, they seem to be pretty sure about it. Quite frankly, Temple, most of these guys aren't bright enough to make up a story like this. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're nice enough, but you know, most of them are just simple folk. They're fishermen and a tax collector. I know, right? And another thing, it doesn't seem like insurrection. They thought Messiah was going to free them from Rome, but sure doesn't seem to be pushing that idea. Even now when he talks about his love, he told one of their leaders, a fisherman, you know, Simon, the rocky guy, that he told him to feed my sheep. Now, I don't know if maybe that's secret code for kill Romans, but I don't think they have revolt in mind. A couple of them are bona fide terrorists. But the guy that turned him in to the Sanhedrin, he was really the most dangerous one of them all. He was in this ghetto. You know, they carry that little knife and they're assassins and they slash the throats of the Roman soldiers at night and sneak off. Except he quit all that, of course, when he was following this rabbi, but he was the one that really was, you know, the dangerous one. And well, maybe he thought, well, this love talk didn't go far enough. I don't know, but a couple of them are educated. But if it's a hoax, I think it was dreamed up by somebody more clever than these guys.
Willie, be careful. Stay objective like me. Don't let a bunch of crazies suck you into their deranged little lives.
Well, no, we won't let that happen, Temple. After all, they are just kind of some uneducated, just kind of common people. They really don't know enough to know how important the priests are and the temple and the sacrifices and all the things that make our life the way it should be and the way we've always done it. You know, certainly God's not doing a new thing or something different because that would upset what we know to be true and all the things that we do would have to change and, well, that just can't be. God wouldn't do something like that. Where everything that we know and do is somehow not going to be done anymore, or things are going to change, or heaven forbid we have to worship differently or do anything like that. I don't know. I've had some very strange feelings this week with these men and how firm their belief is and this Peter, he's really kind of interesting. He's kind of a doofus, but he kind of rushes off and does things. Maybe they called him Rocky because he was kind of rocky mentally. I don't know. But he's also just really solid at times. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to get to know him better. Maybe if I spend some time with him, I'll get to the bottom of this because maybe he's the ringleader. I don't know. But I tell you what I'll do, Temple. I'll stay on top of it. I'll keep following these guys to see what happens, and And I, of course, will report any signs of insurrection and, you know, whether or not they're going to try to overthrow Rome, although it doesn't really seem like that. I mean, really, how could a little bunch of fishermen overthrow the Roman Empire? Really?
Got a point.
I can't imagine how that would happen. Well, Temple, I'll stay on it, and I'll report back next week.
Okay, bye, Willie.
Bye, Temple. Thank you.
Bye. Well, folks, I guess we haven't heard the last of this nonsense. Evidently, someone in the city has pulled a fast one on all of us. Don't worry, we will get to the bottom of this, and we will expose the prankster. After all, this is CNN News. And remember, when the news breaks, we fix it.